Hello, welcome to Swahili Kingdom, and today we are doing the Uya noun class. I know what you are thinking. You have never heard of an Uya noun class. Yes, an Uya noun class is a sub-noun class of the UU noun class. And you should know it if you want to advance your Swahili, because we have some nouns that are using this noun class, and if you don't know it, you won't probably use those nouns very well. So we'll know how to use the Uya noun class, its prefixes with adjectives, sentences, and more other 6 words. And we'll know how to identify an Uya noun class in this one video. Welcome. How can you identify an Uya noun class? How can you identify an Uya noun class? First of all, we said it is a sub-noun class of the UU noun class. Have you watched a video on the UU noun class? Go check the video suggested here for the UU noun class, so that at least you can know some bits of it before you continue with this video. If you know about it, well and good, let's continue. It is a sub-noun class of the UU noun class, and it consists of nouns that are uncountable. It consists of nouns that are uncountable, nouns that cannot be counted. These nouns usually begins with an U in singular, and the plural must begin with a ma. For example, you have the noun ugonjwa, which we are going to use all through this video so that you can easily understand. Ugonjwa, a disease. Magonjwa, diseases. Ugonjwa begins with U, and then the plural magonjwa. If you can remember clearly, if you have watched the UU noun class already, we say that an UU noun class consists of abstract nouns. Nouns that cannot be touched, but they can be felt. For example, we had usafi, cleanliness. How can you differentiate a noun from the UU noun class and the Uya noun class? It's simple. For example, you have usafi, an UU noun class. And then you have ugonjwa, an Uya noun class. So usafi cannot be touched. Usafi cannot be touched. Yes, ugonjwa also cannot be touched. But usafi doesn't have a plural. Usafi will still be usafi, but ugonjwa will be magonjwa. So that's how you quickly differentiate an Uya and an UU noun class, because Uya is just a sub-noun class of the UU noun class. In plural, we've said every noun of the Uya noun class begins with U in the singular. Every noun in the Uya noun class begins with U in the singular, and in plural, it must begin with a ma. For example, ugonjwa, magonjwa. So that's simple. Number 2, let's go to forming sentences. Let's form one sentence. Ugonjwa unaogofya. Ugonjwa unaogofya. So you see, in singular we use u in a sentence for the sentence prefix. Ugonjwa unaogofya. A disease is scary. Magonjwa yanaogofya. Diseases are scary. Yanaogofya. Magonjwa yanaogofya. If you cannot clearly, maybe you can see the pattern of the liya noun class or the jima noun class. Why am I saying this? In the plural, this class for the plural singular, it used a ma for the plural. And here in the sentences, it is using a ya. So you can see that it is a sub-noun class of the UU in singular and the liya or jima in plural. I hope you can note that difference. If you can't, just ignore it and continue with the lesson the way we had before. Ugonjwa unaogofya. Magonjwa yanaogofya. Adjectives. What are the prefixes for adjectives in the Uya noun class? Ugonjwa mbaya. Baya is an adjective which means bad. Ugonjwa mbaya, we have prefixed an M. Ugonjwa mbaya, a bad disease. Magonjwa mabaya, we have prefixed a ma. magonjwa mabaya, bad diseases. How about the possessive? Do you know the 6 possessive suffixes in Swahili? We have angu, ako, ake, etu, enu, and ao. If you want to know more about the possessive suffixes, go check the link suggested here so that you can improve not just knowing the 6 possessive suffixes, but more about them. So those are the possessive suffixes. And what are the infix? What is the infix we use for plural and singular? So we'll say ugonjwa wake. Ugonjwa wake. We use a W for singular. Ugonjwa wake, her disease. Ugonjwa wake, her disease. Magonjwa yao. Magonjwa yao, their disease. Their disease. W for singular and Y for plural. Of formation. Of formation is actually simple because it constantly uses an A suffix for all the noun classes. The only thing that changes is the prefix. So let's see the prefix for the uya noun class. And it is more simpler because we use the prefixes for the possessives to form the of in Swahili. As we know, the suffix, as I have said, is an A. We will use a W in singular and a Y in plural. So let's say a disease of animals. Ugonjwa wa wanyama. Ugonjwa wa wanyama, singular. A disease of animals. Ugonjwa, magonjwa ya wanyama. Magonjwa ya wanyama. So we have still used the same prefixes, wa and ya. Ugonjwa wa wanyama, magonjwa ya wanyama. With numbers, actually this noun class doesn't use numbers. This noun class doesn't use numbers, so it uses quantifiers. And if you want to know more quantifiers in Swahili, go check the video here. Apart from kidogo, nyingi, chache, we have more other quantifiers that they are used in our daily lives, and you should know if you want to improve your Swahili. Don't fail to know them because you will be left behind in your Swahili. For example, ugonjwa mdogo. Ugonjwa mdogo. Magonjwa madogo. A small disease, small diseases, as you can measure. Or ugonjwa mkuu, magonjwa makuu. A very bad disease, very bad diseases. With demonstratives, ugonjwa huu, this disease. Magonjwa haya, these diseases. Ugonjwa huo, that disease. Magonjwa hayo, those diseases. Ugonjwa ule, that disease, at a far distance. Ugonjwa ule, that disease. Magonjwa yale, those diseases, at a far distance. So we use those 6 in the uya noun class. The relative pronoun. As you know, the relative pronoun in Swahili can be used as a suffix or an infix. It can be used as a suffix when we use amba. Go check more about amba in this video here so that you can know how to use it carefully and well, because there are some verbs that cannot use amba and there are some verbs that cannot use the infix. So when you know everything around it, it will be easier for you. So go check that video so that you may not be left behind. Ugonjwa, ugonjwa ambao unaogofya. Ugonjwa ambao unaogofya. O for singular. Ugonjwa ambao unaogofya. A disease that scares. A disease that scares. Magonjwa ambayo yanaogofya. Diseases that scare. Diseases that scare. Ugonjwa ambao unaogofya, magonjwa ambayo yanaogofya. Let's use the o and ya as infixes. The o and ya are infixed in between the time tense infix and the verb itself. Ugonjwa unaoogofya. Ugonjwa unaoogofya, a disease that scares. Magonjwa yanayoogofya. Magonjwa yanayoogofya, diseases that scare. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope it has helped you. Until next time, bye.